Really? I sound different?
Yes, yes, yes. It's kind of crazy. I guess you're using your your phone or whatever, but I could tell
Yep.
a big difference when you got the mic. You know what I mean? When you're at your
Exactly.
station.
Yep, exactly, man. Exactly. That's why I had to kind of make that investment because if I'm investing in myself in these conversations, in these talks, in these meetings, the mic, everything like that makes a difference as you're growing. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. But how's everything been, man? How's the fitness journey? How's going into the new year, everything like that, man?
Everything's been going good, man. Can't complain. Everything's still on progress. Everything's on track. Really no slip ups on my end or anything else.
Nice.
Pretty
Okay.
pretty good, man. Pretty good. I can't complain right now.
I love it, man. I love it. So how's the training? Is that the clientele and things like that? Is it still increasing or you kind of seen like a slight decrease since the new year and the resolutions?
No, not really. I'm at the gym. I'm plateaued with my clients. I'm
Okay.
maxed out. I really can't get no more.
Yeah.
But with my classes I teach is a little different. Like some been
Mm.
slacking off. They haven't been coming to the class or whatnot. But other than that,
Mm.
when they do show up, it's like I give them a little heads up, a little talk about, hey, look, man, I know you ain't been there in a while. It's all good. And then I know
Yep.
how that could sit in too. It's like, oh man, I ain't go. I haven't been to the gym. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
go.
Hmm.
Those thoughts
Hmm.
could creep in the back of your head. It's like, hey man, just get here one
Exactly.
day, and then next thing you know, boom, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna pick up where I left off.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. How has and I know it's a little personal too, so we could probably even go a little bit more into it once we talk like one on one,
Uh-huh.
outside of just the call. But I guess like with the new year and stuff, man, how was that in the challenge of like, the drinking and things like that? Were you able to kind of like stay away from it? Did you not go at all? How's that?
Oh, it was pretty actually pretty easy.
Nice.
I
Nice.
really didn't do nothing to bring in the new year, man. I came I pretty much I didn't go nowheres because I didn't want the
Yep.
temptation to be there.
Yeah,
But you
yep,
know what
yep,
I mean?
yep.
I really wasn't big on it either because I had to go to work the next day anyways. I had to be at work at 7 a.m.
Yeah,
So I just treated it like a normal day, you know.
yeah.
Quite a few of my buddies there were sending me pictures and stuff like wish me happy New Year's, and then there's
Nice.
sending me pictures of them taking shots and stuff.
Taking
So I
shots
sent
and
them
stuff, yeah.
yeah, yeah, it was funny. So it was like so crazy because when they sent me that picture, I was literally making me a protein shake. So
Mm.
I got my cup and I showed it to him, and I was like, "Hey, take a shot of protein."
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. It was kind of funny though, man, because I was literally when I opened up that picture, I said, "Nice," and I'm over here making me a protein
A
shake.
protein shake. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. But that's dope. It's so dope. I love that you took it upon yourself to know that, okay, I won't even go, because I don't even want to be
Hmm.
associated with that temptation, like that. Again, I know I want to check up on you even more, so I'm gonna try to hit you up even outside the call. But
Yeah.
I know addictions, man. I know temptations, and I've struggled with those things. So to know just any form of it and that fight against it, man, is it's like a life fight. It's a
Yeah,
fight for
most
life.
definitely. Most definitely. Even before the new year hit, I had somebody, one of my classes, they asked me because they were like, "Hey," because they had quit drinking and stuff like that before the New
Yeah.
Year's, and then they're like,
Hmm.
"Man, I picked the wrong time to do it." I said, "No, you didn't. You know what I mean? You picked the right time."
Exactly.
I said,
Exactly.
"There's a reason why you picked this day, and the reason why you started your journey in sobriety." I was like, "Stick to it, man." I said,
Exactly.
"Hey, if you need any help, call me. I'll be at home." You know what I mean? I was like, "Shoot,
Exactly.
I'm always here." You know what I mean? That's what the coaches are for. And
Exactly. Yeah.
it was funny because it's like I told her, I was like, when it hits you, you just run with it, man.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's just like at anything. Just like how when that's pretty much like how they say when the Holy Spirit hits you, if Jesus is asking you to do something,
Hmm.
don't hold it back, man. Just go for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't feel right or seem right, or you don't really know, just go
Yeah.
for it.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah.
Man, that's dope. That's super dope. And man, I actually would ask you this too, like just as the group leader. And she's kind of made it known anyway, just like kind of how you made it known as well. Shirley, man, she's been dealing with it. She's been dealing with like struggling with drinking lately. And so if you don't mind, man,
Mm.
I told her to hit you up, but I don't know how, I don't know if she will do that or whatnot. But I would ask, man, if you ever get the time, like if you could shoot her a message, man, or just encourage her, hearing that from you, I think it would really mean a lot to her for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. Most definitely will. I'll let
Hmm.
y'all. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Because she's struggling. We just had a check in like a few weeks ago. But she was
It's
telling me
funny
how
too
she's
because yeah, I wish I would have known that.
yeah.
Because I when it was the 23rd when I made that post about my 3 year sobriety. Because
Yeah.
on December 23rd made my 3 years. I wish I'd have known that because in that little my little statement I wrote is that I stress that nobody should fight sobriety alone. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep. Yep. Exactly.
It's when you're remember we talked about this when you're at your vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's when the temptation and all the thoughts are hitting you in the head and stuff like that. And then you ain't
Yeah.
got nobody to talk to, man. It's hard, and
It's hard.
I
Hmm.
yeah I stress that much because I don't know how I did it.
Mm.
It was just I didn't really have no choice but to do it, but
Yeah.
it was hard. I know it would have made it things 10 times easier if I would have had somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even when I first started my sobriety journey, I wish I would have had you. You know what I mean?
I
Somebody I could
know,
just.
man. Yeah.
It's like I met you like later when it was like a year after my sobriety and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I know
Exactly.
how painful it could be just suffering by yourself and your own thoughts. That stuff could
Exactly.
get
Yeah.
wicked. It could get hard, and if you're not careful, man, it could lead to relapsing.
Exactly. Exactly. So, man, that's why I stress it, man. I think you're a really big, part and figure in the group. You are, and a lot of people look up to you in that way. So I know Shirley would definitely, take that personal in a good way. She would take that personal by hearing from you as well, man. Um, but I love it. I love it. I'm glad that you're doing good, man. You're bringing in the year well. I'm praying for nothing but success. In sobriety journey, man, but also just in life in general, man. Just
Yeah,
in Christ, in Christ and all those different aspects, man. I'm praying for all that, man, and just nothing but growth in those different areas. G hopping on here too. Giselle just popped in here.
nice. It was funny because we just talked about this in church today, and it was really big. And I actually wrote down a lot of notes, but
Mhm.
rediscovering hope. And I was gonna mix it in there too. They're like rediscovering hope with sobriety.
Yeah, nice,
I got a big plan. I got a big plan on this one.
nice. I love it. I love it, man. And again, that's what it's all about, man. Just being there for each other, encouraging each other, and realizing that you don't have to fight addiction alone. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't. You don't. Hey, G, we see you. How you doing, lady?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing good. Doing good. I'm away from the house, so like I'm kind of in the car right now, but I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, my
Gee,
camera's gonna
you
be off
going
for a minute.
classy on us, and you got a robe on.
Yo, I see that. I was like, what the?
No, it's a hoodie.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
hoodie.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
It almost looked like a robe.
It looks like a
Yeah. I
robe.
was
I was like,
like,
what the?
yeah. I said, look at you going classy on us. Like, hey, bow down,
Yeah.
y'all peasants.
I was like, what in the world? Like,
I was like, man, hold
Gavin.
on. Is that a smoker's jacket?
Imagine just being like this, like.
Yeah, nice.
Look like
Thank
look like
you.
you're in like a sauna, like you're in like a sauna or something. I was like, where is she at? Like,
That's
I
funny.
I love it. I love it. How's everything going for you, G? We just me and Art was just catching up about the new year and stuff. How's everything with you?
It's been good. Yeah, it's been
Okay.
great.
Okay, the
Mhm.
fitness journey, everything, the clientele, the New Year's resolution. Are you seeing an increase because of that, or how's everything going with all that?
No, not yet. I feel like people really don't start till February.
Okay, okay, February. Okay,
At
how do
least
y'all feel?
from what I see. Wait, what?
How do y'all feel about that though? Like, I mean, this isn't the topic, but right quick, I just want to pick your brains for just maybe a couple minutes. Like, how do y'all feel about people and like the New Year resolution? I think we touched on this a little bit, but like everyone's saying, it's the new year, new me, new fitness goals. Do y'all support that?
I 100% do, man. I had some
Mm,
guys in the gym the other day. They were kind of like, oh, he must be one of the New Year's resolutioners, and then I don't know. I guess it rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
was like, hey man, that kid's just starting his journey. You were here too. I was here too. Hey, let that man be. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
starting his
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. We all got to start somewhere, bro.
Facts.
And let's welcome him. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm glad you're here, bro. You know what I mean? What can I do to help?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I don't know, like when they even with the the posts and the memes and stuff out there, it could get a little overwhelming, but still
Yeah.
at the end of the day, man, the kids made anybody who does make that decision to come in the gym and try to work out and try to better themselves, I give 100% everything to because a lot of people
Mm,
are afraid of a lot of people are afraid of it. And
absolutely.
especially walking in at this time,
Yeah.
and you got like a target on your head, bro. It's like, you know what I mean? You're walking in there, you don't want to come in there. I know quite a few people who even told me that they wait till like March and April to start just because they didn't want to be labeled as one of the New Year
Oh,
resolutions and stuff
wow.
like.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, yes, for real.
Wow.
Like, it came when they said that, I was like, dang, for real.
Yeah, that's
And I
crazy.
was like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I was like, all right, I hear you. I can see why you don't want that target on your head. But
Yeah. Wow. 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 I
yeah.
know. I get that. I get that. And GU, what's your perspective? Do you support that as well, or is it kind of like you should have been started, or you should, like why are you hopping on this trend?
No, I agree with what Art said.
Okay. Okay. So you stand behind it as
Mhm.
well with like someone got to start somewhere as long as you're starting.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was a beginner at some point. How am I gonna bash someone who's beginning? That's dumb.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
that's stupid to
Yeah,
me. Like
yeah, the most definitely. Even like how I even said too, like, but when I started my fitness journey, I didn't even want to come into the gym until like 3, 4 months later after I've been working out at home because I didn't want
Mm,
to be that target on me. You know what I mean?
wow.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I feel that. I feel that. That's dope. That's dope. I'm glad, to hear that perspective and, to hear that level of help. I know a lot of trainers or a lot of people rather, that bash a lot of people that are just now starting. It's like a cliche type thing. But that's dope. That's super dope. All right, let's dive into it, man. We're gonna dive into the topic today too. I actually wanted to kind of like change the perspective a little bit, and we kind of target parents and children more with this topic because I know we're always talking about ourselves, or we're kind of always talking about just people in general when it comes to fitness. But I kind of want to like throw in a little bit of a mix for children as well as ourselves, but also for children and parents. So the topic today is childhood habits. So you can say fitness childhood habits, but the first question, and G, you can take it first, is what childhood habits have you have supported your fitness journey? So what childhood habits, within your childhood have supported your fitness journey up until this point?
that's a great question. Okay, so
That's why y'all pay me. No, I'm playing.
I'm pretty sure you got these questions from
Oh,
Chat
no,
Inside.
I did not. Don't do that. Do not
Yeah,
do
you
that.
probably
No,
did. You
no,
probably typed the fitness topics.
yo, that's the biggest offense. Yo, okay. I'm gonna send you a screenshot of my notes when we get out of here. Just wait. Just wait. I do this. This is literally what I do in my head. You know that. Don't do that.
So just kidding. Okay. But no, okay, so I mean, I started my fitness journey. I was a child, basically. I was 13 years old. I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was so young. So I'm trying to like, I know you said not to think too much about ourselves, but like, for me, I remember, I mean, kind of doing the same things I did now. I mean, obviously you guys know I like became anorexic, stuff like that. So not like that aspect, but like, just like, starting to eat more fruits and vegetables, drinking more water. So I would do stuff like that. I didn't really go cold turkey with like the junk food I was eating. I was like slowly like reducing it little by little
Yeah.
until there did come a point where I did stop completely, but like I did reduce it though. So just stuff like that, I feel like I've always been good with sleep. I love sleep. So I've never been that type of person. My friends will stay up till like 3 a.m. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm in bed. Like I'm knocked out.
Yeah.
I've always been good with sleep.
What?
So just stuff like that. Like, and then it's
Yeah.
funny because like with discipline too, like I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like I've always been pretty, I feel like that kind of, I don't want to say it came to me easy because it didn't come easy, but I feel like I am a really determined person, so I feel like it came to me a little more smoothly, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to say easy because it's not, but just I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Trey.
Yeah, now, yeah. I don't know if you were talking before. It was so quiet for so long.
I think I'm breaking.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you are.
Okay, you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, I was just saying, like, what was the first one you had mentioned before?
What was the first one I mentioned? The first one I mentioned? What did I say?
You forgot what you said?
Well, first of all, you forgot what I said. You're asking me the question.
No, but because you said that, like, I know you said you were good at sleep. The sleep was good, but I did miss the first one. What was the first thing you said you were good at, or you had a really good habit of doing?
Oh, I started eating fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and
Like,
vegetables. Okay.
like I started adding that to like my meals and stuff. I started doing that.
Gotcha. Okay. And this was all by yourself? You mean to tell me you were going to sleep at a decent time by yourself and you were adding fruits and vegetables by yourself as a child?
Yeah, I just looked everything up. Like, you know,
What?
yeah, I looked it up like on Google on my computer. I would like look it up and I would do it.
That's crazy. Like you were like you're so weird. You're so weird. That's super weird. But that's dope. That's super dope. I love it. All right, if you got any questions for him, man?
No. That's that's pretty cool. Like, you know, what I mean, like you've been, you know, what I mean, with your sleep like that.
Yeah. You're an old freaking
Thank
woman.
you.
You're an old woman. Like, what the
I
heck?
am. I'm a grandma. I
Your
am, man.
grandma.
Yeah, I can be a grandma sometimes. But the only thing with sleep, I will say, it probably just depends on how you're raised though. Like, cause
Yeah.
me, I was raised to like go to sleep, especially on school nights. I was raised to go to sleep like early. Like I wasn't raised to like stay up late because my parents aren't those type of people. Like they don't stay up like late. Like they're not those type of people. So that's probably why too. It's just I just wasn't raised like that. So I wasn't around people like that. Really.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know what happened with Trent.
I know, I was all waiting for him to say something. I was like,
Okay, I'm back.
okay.
I'm back. I was switching over. I was switching over. All right, we're good. We're good. All right, but that's dope. That's dope. So, all right, if you want to tackle it now, man, you can go ahead.
To be honest, from my childhood, man, there ain't nothing what carried over in my fitness journey.
I love
There
it.
ain't nothing, man. I'll just be honest. I work when you asked that question. I was like, hey, damn, things carried over.
Yeah.
No, anything from when I was a kid, man. It was late nights. Totally, let's just say totally opposite of G.
Wow.
Well, to make it nice and short, it was the
Yeah.
total opposite of G. Because I tried
Wow.
it to. I'm glad nothing kind of like went over into my fitness journey because I tried it. If there's a way to cheat, I would have cheat. There's a way to get away with it, I would have got away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was pretty much the opposite.
My goodness, man. But I love the honesty. And I guess since there's nothing good, no good habits that transferred from your childhood, then that's my second question. What are some of the bad habits that transferred? And I guess you could take this. What are some of the bad habits in your childhood that kind of transitioned over into your fitness journey now?
Will probably just most likely just have to be my late night ice cream. Because even when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I always wanted that blue belt. Always Rocky Road was just my nemesis, and still
Oh,
is.
yeah,
It still
yeah,
is to this day. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If I got some calories to eat, man, best believe I'm keep getting that ice cream on deck.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
uh, but I just learned to channel it with the ice cream sandwiches, with the low calorie skinny cow fat boy ice cream sandwiches. That's why I eat a lot of low low calorie ice cream. To be honest with you,
Nice. Yeah.
I just learned how to make better choices with it.
Yeah.
Other
Mhm.
than that, that'll probably be my one thing I could say that transitioned over. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. That's dope. That's dope. G, wanna talk of that? Bad habits from your childhood that has transitioned over, because you couldn't have been all good, going to sleep and veggies. Come on now.
Mm, I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to think. I
What?
mean,
Nah, there's no way.
no,
Look.
I know
You know,
there's like
ice cream's in there,
Right,
G.
something, right. Look, I was
no, no,
perfect.
no, no. I'm
I
just
was, you
no, because
know,
I'm saying like no, because I'm thinking like, okay, what's something that I'm trying to think of what is something that I do now that's
yeah,
like from back then. But
right.
like
The
I
elote cups.
wait, what?
I said that you're from California. You know about them elote cups?
Oh, the elote cups, yeah.
See?
Yeah, raspados and everything. Oh, I used to love those, but I haven't had that in a long time. Um, no, the only thing I can, I guess, say like I can think of is like for example, right now I don't really like binge or like do stuff like that, or like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
skip meals. But if
yeah,
anything, that's something I don't want to say I do now, but it's something that I try to, I guess, avoid, like manage.
yeah.
Like I try to
Mhm,
manage that because yeah, when I
mhm,
was younger, I used to binge a lot. I used
yeah,
to binge because especially because I was freaking anorexic. So like I used to like literally chew stuff and spit
yeah.
it out so that I wouldn't, in my head, I wouldn't consume the calories and whatever.
Mhm,
Like
yeah,
I would just chew it to get the flavor and then spit
yeah.
it out, like do stuff like that.
Mhm,
Now I don't do that, but
yeah.
I mean, it's just something that I manage where I'm like, okay, like I shouldn't need to binge. Like, and if I ever do feel I'm trying to like do that or like stuff myself, it's like I need to
Mhm,
like pause, you know?
mhm, yeah.
I don't do it, but it's just something I manage. So yeah, I guess that's really I feel like the only
Only
thing
thing.
that could really, I guess, go left if I'm not careful.
How did and I guess I'll jump back to you, Art, first. Um, and then I'll jump to you, Giselle, with this question as well. I actually didn't label this question, but how did your parents support, I guess, the good habits or the bad habits, Art, since a lot of it was bad habits for you? What did your parents do that supported, those bad habits? If you can recall anything that they kind of did. Maybe they didn't monitor your sleep. Maybe it was like a no, you can sleep whenever you want. You can eat whatever you want. What did they do?
um, Even, man, that could go like sideways south. Well, for me, real bad.
Mhm.
Um, hey, but let's just talk about it.
Yeah.
My parents were like a real bad influence on me, and I'm not saying I take full responsibility of me becoming the alcoholic because it was me who's the one who drank. But my parents never showed me the correct way either because both of my parents were alcoholic, and then both of them,
Mm.
I was raised pretty much stuff off of fast food, man.
Yep.
They just didn't have the time to cook. Don't get me wrong, my parents still made sure that I was fed and stuff like that, but
Yeah. Mhm.
a lot of that came to the reason why what the man who I once was. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
But other than that, I
Yeah.
really couldn't dig on something like what really falls into my journey. That you know, good from it. Heck, it just barely took them in August when I did that last competition to support me in my fitness journey because they didn't think that I was going to make it this far. Then when I got my
What? Are you
CP,
serious?
yeah, my dad thought this. Well, he finally like came around to it and was like, "Okay, my son's actually gonna be this from here on out."
What?
When I competed, Yeah, when because see, everybody still, even my friends, and there's still people out here today that still think I'm nuts for dropping from being a journeyman electrician to becoming a fitness trainer. They're just like, why are you leaving your trade just to work out, to do that? But I never looked at it that way.
Wait,
Yeah,
you
I'm
left
a,
your trade? You left it?
yeah, I left it completely. I'm a full time trainer, and
What?
this is what I do.
You didn't
Yeah,
tell me, bro.
yeah, I quit electricity, man. I left it alone. It just that part of me is gone. Like my calling's here. This is what the Lord wants me to
Yo.
do.
G, do
There's a
you hear
reason why.
this? Do you
There's a
that
reason
is
why
so
I became,
dope.
How did you not?
the
How did you
60.
not get that? Like we.
No, did he tell you that?
No, but he has not talked about his he has not talked about that job since. Like, what are you talking about?
No,
Honestly.
no, but you don't know art like I know art.
No, I'm not. No, I don't. But I'm just saying, like, he hasn't talked about it. So I kind of figured, like, yeah, he probably quit.
Yeah. No, I get that. I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah, so yeah, that, like I said, man, my dad just barely, when I competed, he was finally said, "Man, I'm happy for you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Pursue it. You know what I mean? Go for it."
Yeah.
Even my mom, she came around, no, because like nobody wanted me to become one.
Did you go out? Did he go out?
Yeah,
You-
the audio.
The audio. Yeah, the audio's out. Because I want to hear this.
All right, can you hear me now?
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, they thought I was crazy, man, when I wanted to become a full-time trainer and to do everything what I'm doing now. Like people just literally thought I was crazy, and I just took it and ran with it, man. This is what was in my heart. This is what was my passion. The other day, I helped a lady at our gym membership because we were doing these challenges, and then I coached her all the way to drop 8% body fat. And then after my coaching was done with that, she congratulated me. She gave me the most biggest hug, and then that right there was the reason why I became a certified personal trainer,
Ooh.
because helping people that way,
Ooh.
you just can't get that, man.
Come on, man. He talking about passion. I just dropped a few videos just yesterday on it. Like I literally sat in front of my computer and I had this whole rant on happiness, passion, this, that, like I get it. This is my passion. If y'all were not here, I would talk to myself. I can't like I'm dead serious. I love this. And so I get it, but I had no idea that's about to be a snippet. That's about to be a snippet. I love that. Like the fact that you left, because I met you when you were an electrician. I remember you saying you had, you got free haircuts because you fixed the electricity at the I remember these things, bro. We've been knowing each other for a minute. So to know that you're now full blown into your passion, oh my goodness, man. Like I love that. I love it.
I'm sorry. Do you hear my dog? I'm so sorry.
No, Zoom mutes the background, so we can't really hear it.
Good, because okay, my dog's going crazy right now. Sorry. I wanted to say something. No, it's art. I relate to you 100%.
Oh yeah.
And Trey knows this, but
Yeah.
like when I was going to school,
why is that negative? Y'all see the negative? What the heck is that? Okay.
Yeah. No, but when I was going to school, like at first, well, I knew I always wanted to be a trainer, but I was kind of like getting pressure to be like a physical therapist because like it sounds better to be like physical therapist, but that's not what I wanted to do. So eventually, like a year in school, thankfully I didn't have to switch majors, but I had to switch like some classes because I told my parents like I didn't want to do that. I want to be a trainer. And they were not happy with me. Like they were like, a trainer? Like, why do you want to be a trainer? And then all these things. And then, just anytime I like someone asks me, like, what do you do? Like, oh, I'm a personal trainer, they always downplay it. They're always like, oh, like, as long as you do what you like, that's what matters. And I'd be like, I'm like, bro, I bite my tongue so hard because I'm like,
I'm gonna say that when I meet you in person. As long as you do what you love.
that pisses me off. Like, I know, like, I'm like, Lord. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm just saying I relate to you 100%. People will always downplay personal training. They always downplay it, but I just love that you left, that job and you found your calling and this is where you're doing, you're happy. Like I love that. So
Yeah.
I'm just glad that you're doing this now. And I can see it too. Like
Yeah.
just like how Trey sees the passion, like we all see the passion in you. So
Yeah.
you're clearly wherever there's passion, you're gonna thrive.
You're gonna thrive.
Like you're just gonna thrive automatically. So yeah, I just love that. I just want to say that.
Freaking dope. I love it. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
thank you.
I love it. All right, come on, G. You got to answer it. I don't want to keep y'all too long. I want us to get out here by 9:30. But I want to know for you. Art said for a lot of his, it was a lot of negative, bad habits that his parents supported. For you, you kind of, I don't know rather. So I want to know, how did they support your good habits? And then how did they support your bad habits?
So when I was going through like anorexia,
Mhm.
after losing like 40 pounds in like 2.5 months, they did, well, not even right after that, maybe like, I don't know. I think a total, maybe 4 months into my fitness journey, they did come to me like concerned because I
Okay. Oh,
just
yeah. I remember you
was,
telling.
yeah, because I was just very underweight, very
Yeah.
underweight and everything.
Mhm.
So they did come to me like, like, what are you doing? Like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
And then my dad, he like pulled up the computer. He was like anorexia nervosa. He's like, this is you. He's like, this is what you're doing. Like,
Really?
yeah. He's
You
like
never told me
showing
that. He came up and told you. He was like, this is what you're doing. This he researched it and everything.
Yeah, like he looked it up. He was like, yeah, like this is what you're doing.
Whoa.
And he's like showing me pictures. He's like,
Pictures.
that's you. He's like,
Whoa.
I just thought it was funny. But yeah,
No, I
so
get it. I get it. I get why you laugh now. Yeah.
yeah, like it's just funny
Yeah.
to me.
Wow.
Yeah, so he did that, and
Mm.
yeah, they came to me concerned, and I didn't listen though. Like for a while, like I didn't listen to them. I just did what I wanted to do.
Yep. Mhm.
There were not many nights, but a few nights where
Yeah.
they would force me to eat, and I wasn't allowed to leave the table until I would eat everything. And it was just like all types of stuff. Like my mom would make me like on purpose. She would make me like maybe something I made, but add some like fattiness to it, and I hated that. Like just certain things. Like I remember having like a turkey sandwich, and she added mayo, and I had a meltdown. You don't like mayo?
No, I don't know turkey sandwich. On a burger? Yeah, but not just turkey sandwich. Nah, that's a black person thing. Nah, we don't do that. Yeah, that's a black person. We don't do mayo. We don't do mayo now. We need some hot sauce. You're gonna have to add some hot sauce. You can't
I don't know. I'm the same way though.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't just like you got to see Undercover Brother. I don't know if you ever seen it, but Undercover Brother is a really good movie. You slap some mayo on a turkey sandwich in front of a black person, we're gonna look at you like, nah, you gotta get that away from me. I'm gonna send you something. I'm gonna send you something.
Okay, send it to me. But anyways, but the reason why I say that is because mayo has fat. Like it's a fatty, it's not healthy. So I'm just saying an example. She would like do stuff like that to like fatten me up, whatever.
Yeah.
And I hated that. Like even juice, she gave me a whole like tall glass like this. A tall glass, but instead of water, this is water of like lemonade. And I had like literally, no, like I would literally fight my parents. Like, I'm not drinking that. Like, it was just like,
all right, now don't be told you fight.
Yeah, I would. Like, I'm not physical.
You said literally.
Not physical, Trey. Like, but verbally, like, like I'm not drinking that. Like, I'm not drinking that. They'd be like, well, you can't leave the table until you drink it. And I would not drink it. Like, I think I would I drink like half of it. Like, and I would just be like, I'd be like, I'm not drinking it. So just like stubborn like that, So yeah. I know I went over time, but yeah.
No, it's good. It's all good. I know. Like, I get it. These are passionate questions. These are deep rooted questions. And that's why I love it. That's why I want you to answer these. You're saying things I never even knew about, and I've known you for a minute now. All right, too. I love this. All right, let's move on. Are the parents the only people to blame for bad habits? Why or why not? So the bad habits that you specifically have carried into your fitness journey or have affected your fitness journey up until now, or maybe you're over them now, but at some point they were affecting your life. are your parents the only person to blame? Or would you say that you have a level of accountability? Do someone else? What would you say and why? And I guess, Art, we can jump back to you.
For sure. One thing, I'm not trying to, when I say this,
Mhm,
I'm not trying to like boost it up for me or G or even
mhm,
my girl E out
mhm,
there.
mhm.
Still, congrats on her CPT, or
Absolutely.
or even
Mhm.
what's the other lady? Coco, Coco, what's up?
Chanel, Chanel. Yep. Mhm,
Yeah, even her. I'm not
mhm.
trying to like boast on us or anything,
Yeah.
uh, but everything I learned in my journey has came from a coach. And I think one of the best coaches in the game. He's an online trainer, and
Mm.
he's helped me through so much things. Like the stuff that I know is like I would say every bit about 65% of it came from him, and then the other
Wow.
35% came from my own research and then my own
Yeah.
digging in and
Mhm.
my own thing, spin on things. But whenever I got in trouble, I could always depend on him.
Wow.
Like I'll be like, "Hey, look, what do you think about this? How
Yeah.
about this? Well, why is this so wrong?"
Yeah.
Where stuff where I got stumped at, he's always been there to help me out, and
Yeah.
that's the greatest thing about having a coach.
Mm.
And it's there, it's just right there. Like all the great ones have them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Name one superior athlete without a coach.
Yeah. Mhm,
You know what I mean? Mike had
mhm,
Phil. Tim Duncan had Greg Popovich. Tom Brady had Belichick.
mhm,
The list
mhm,
goes on, you know what I mean?
mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much where I'm at and where I do, I pretty much owe it to my coach. And then now it's like I just took it off and ran with it. And that's what's just been helping my fitness journey for the whole entire time. Um I still work with him to this day. He's actually me and him are back at it again, preparing for this next competition in another 3 more months.
Mm.
I brought him back
Mm.
in the mix because he knows me, he knows my system, he knows my workouts, and he knows how I eat. And he's the one who has me on check on everything. So yeah, basically,
Mhm,
I mean, my coach.
mhm, So, okay. So I get that your coach is the one who played that level of significance in I guess, the support of where you are now and what you've developed. They've kind of contributed mostly to that. But who would you say your parents are to blame for the bad habits or the bad things that kind of can't? Are they the only people to blame? Do you just blame them? Do you blame yourself a little bit? Do you blame your coach a little bit?
No. Where the bad things, what I could say, what happens in my journey is probably just have to be from my own stubbornness,
Your own stubbornness.
just from
Wow.
my own stubbornness.
Mm.
There's times like even now, still to this day, like even when I get close to my calories over my calories, I'll just say, yeah,
Mhm.
I know how to make it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know what I got to do to make it up.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, the stubbornness I could probably say so comes from my parents. Other
Mm.
than that, nothing too dramatic.
Feel it. I feel it. I feel it. All right. G, how about you? Who do you blame, or are your parents the only ones to blame for the bad habits that you accumulated when you were younger?
Um, I think when it comes to, yeah, like being a child, I think because like children and adults process things differently, I think the parent is fully responsible for the child and like their habits and what they do, what they don't do, their behaviors because they're the parents. Like as a
Mhm.
parent, your
Mhm.
job isn't just to put a roof over their head and feed them. That's the
Okay.
bare minimum. If you think that's being a parent, that's a problem to me. So, you know, I definitely think as a child, like parents have full responsibility for what their kids are eating or just, I mean, anything. They're the parent. But at the same time, when you do start to get older, it does fall on you
Okay.
because
Okay.
it's your choice if you're going to keep doing those things, whatever they taught you, whatever you learned, or not. Like that's your choice. So,
Is there age range? Like, are you saying like when you come of age to know then or to start to learn, that's when you're accountable? Like, is there? I guess yeah. I wanted to ask that.
um, well, I mean, I'm not a freaking therapist or psychologist, but I would say no. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like, you asking me. bro, I don't know. Like, I'm just guessing, like, just when you start getting older, maybe like 16, 17, like, around there. Cause I feel like at that age, you know better. You're
Mm,
16 now. Like, you know what
mm,
I mean? Like, you know
mhm,
better. Like,
mhm,
I'm not gonna, like, if I'm a parent, like between like a 16-year-old and like a not like a 10-year-old, right? There's a
mm,
big difference. I'm gonna
mm,
expect more from the 16-year-old than the
mhm,
10-year-old. So
mhm.
like, that's what I mean. Like, so I do feel like there is a certain point though where yeah, it does fall on you too. It's not you
Mm,
can't just be like, "My mom, my dad, blah, 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 blah." Like, no, you can't
mm,
keep doing that all your life.
mm,
You
mhm.
done moved you already moved out and everything. You still blaming that. You don't even live in the same house as them, and you still do the same things. That's
So-
you. Like, that's not them. So, um, yeah, I would say, I mean, pretty much kind of like what Art said too, like for me when I was anorexic, like I said, I didn't want to listen to my parents. I was stubborn.
Mhm,
I didn't
mhm,
want to listen
mhm.
because of pride, right?
Yeah.
Ego, I mean, just all those things. So, yeah, like I did that to myself. Like my parents never told me to lose 40 pounds in 2.5 months. I did that because I wanted to.
Mm,
They
mm,
didn't tell me to.
mhm.
So, yeah, at a certain point, I mean, you gotta like reflect on you. I don't think it's bad to acknowledge, yes, maybe something did come from your parents. That's not a bad thing because it's
Yeah.
good to know where it came from, right? But like I'm just saying, like to put the full blame, I don't think that's really a good thing.
Okay. Neither one of y'all. I agree too. I would say I agree with what both of you said, but neither one of y'all. Let me start this timer. Neither one of y'all mentioned companies. Maybe like the logos out there. Do they not bear? I know we touched on this a small bit before in the group, but do they not bear any form of blame for the cereal and the cookies and that the kids are attracted to because they've studied psychology and they know what kids like, colors, and they're not to blame. They don't have any
I
blame in.
mean, people can sit here and don't get me wrong, like, the government does shady things. Okay. I mean, they put different types of dyes and chemicals in our foods. Like, I fully agree. Trust me. You tell me, I'm a conspiracy theory. Like, I love all that stuff. Like, I indulge in all that type of content. I love it. So I agree to those things. However, you can't just sit here and say, at least in my opinion, you can't just sit here and tell me like they're the full on blame. Okay, you're the one putting it in your mouth and eating it.
Well,
So
okay,
and
but
like
but but but
no,
but
and
but, but
no, wait. You said children. You said children, right? Like, it also comes down to lack of knowledge. People just don't
Hmm.
know. Some people just don't know how bad certain things in the grocery stores are for you. They don't
Mhm,
know.
mhm.
But even then, though, like, I feel like there is a point. We all know the basics. We all know water's good for you. We all know fruits and vegetables are good for you. We all know, sleep, maybe not exact hour, but like we all know it's good to get sleep. We all know the simple basics that we've been taught since we were kids. Like, that pyramid where they would show you like the grains. Like, but it comes down to that. It's the basic stuff. We
Mm,
all know
mm.
those things. So I feel like unfortunately it just comes down to people downplaying themselves and they don't give themselves enough credit for what they probably know already.
But
Like
what?
they don't give themselves enough credit. And then people also want to blame finances. And then there's that issue.
But yeah,
But
yeah,
at
yeah.
the end of the okay, but there's alternatives though. There
Yeah,
are alternatives. And
there
at the
are.
end of
Yeah.
the day, if you really care about your health and like you like physically, or like seeing differences in, whatever in your child or whatever, I mean, you're gonna try your best, like, you know,
Mhm.
like to do something. I'm just saying something. I'm not saying like, I mean, go from, I don't know, just, no, I'm not saying it has to be complete, like everything, like salad every day or whatever, but just start making some changes in their life. I feel like you're gonna try if you really want to at the end of the day. The thing is it's obviously way easier to grab those Cocoa Puffs versus to go you know, make the eggs and
Yeah.
make your kid turkey
Absolutely.
bacon
Absolutely.
and give them, you know, whatever. No, it's easy to just be like, have this bowl of cereal. It's convenience. But that's my opinion.
No,
Well,
which
sorry,
is
what were
really
you gonna
great
say?
too. No, what is really great too, because G's actually hitting a really good point, because even in this conversation is actually kind of really great, because
Yeah.
actually I was just thinking about implementing this in my own life,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
yeah, because
Mhm.
even like right now, it was funny because it was maybe about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was talking to my mom about this, and then
Mhm.
I was just talking about my daughter, and I was just telling
Mhm.
her. I said, "Yeah," I
Mhm.
said, "Well, you know, she got it easy right now, but she's getting ready to get hit with a rude awakening, because she's right there at that age, because she's getting ready to hit 13, and stuff is not going to come for her the way it is. I've been letting stuff go, because
Mm.
she's getting ready, her whole eating habits getting ready to change, because
Ooh.
it's like, because I want her to be more successful than what I had when I was growing up.
Mhm. Mhm.
How do they say, is the greatest wisdom you could ever give your kids is nothing material, it's what you've been through, than with the
Right.
knowledge and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Exactly.
The knowledge I have now, and for her to be more successful and get better, it just had everything, because she's getting ready to start training, and then it's like her eating, everything's gonna start changing for her. And it's funny, I can't wait, because it's gonna be one fun little ride. Yeah, because of the stubbornness I seen in myself, like even with the late night eating
Mm.
and stuff like that, I it's all on her. You
All
know what I
on it.
mean? It's
Yeah.
all,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
all on her. It's funny because
Yep.
she said, we're talking about it right now. She said, she whispered to me, "Dad, I'm gonna grab some ice cream real quick," and I'm like, she know I'm getting ready to cook dinner. Yeah. So yeah, but not most definitely. Getting ready to like pour a lot of knowledge into my own kids on the
Mhm.
journey and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Mhm. This is exactly why I brought the topic up. Like, I that I knew you are a parent. All right, I knew you coming in, and I knew, and I was hoping other parents would jump on. But that's another thing, right? It's sometimes tackling it at the core, at the root of the issue, which is parenting. And as a child, right? Giselle, she's also kind of pointed out, that she being the perfect child that she was, she
I'm so
there was.
glad you think that, Trey. Thank you. I'm so glad you think that. I take that as a compliment. Thank you.
I'm glad.
No, thank you. Thank you. Y'all heard it on
Yeah,
YouTube.
oh,
Y'all, no,
yeah.
y'all heard
Oh,
it.
she had no
Thank you,
bad
Trey.
habits. You sleeping out,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for acknowledging that.
but
I worked so hard.
but nah. Like, I use you as an example though, because in a sense, that's very amazing. A lot of kids aren't doing that, and so in the sense to have that level of accountability as a child, but also to know where parents play a part. Right? You both are also saying, man, parents need to do this, parents need to do that. Those things need to be said, need to be spoken about. And that's why I'm asking these questions. Like, I really feel like if you can tackle it at the core, it's kind of like generational curses. Like, if you can tackle those things at the core, then in a sense, you can then, you can stop it. You can stop it before it grows. You can stop it before it takes root. So I think, these questions and the answers and responses y'all are giving, even though, G, you have no children yet, nor I, but at the same time, we have, Art here who does have a child, and that's the beauty of, this group, and just the questions that in the responses and all the things that y'all give me, because I use this for content, and I can post these things, and I love this. I love this. But um I was going to go to my last question, but I want to just say one more thing, or ask one more question, kind of to like play devil's advocate for UG. And that is like, I know you said that, okay, in terms of, you know, the government and things like that, you're still putting it in your mouth. You said it's you make that decision, you make that choice. I agree. I actually had a discussion about the COVID shots with the person earlier, in that whole spill. But okay, then let's talk about the addictive elements to those substances, right? So, like you say, it's okay to have moderation and things like that, but like a cigarette, nicotine, all these different things, or alcohol, there may be certain addictive properties in those, and like, the government adding those things in there or making those things legal or certain things legal that we know causes cancer, like cigarettes and things like that, and knowing that it's addictive in certain ways, like, would you then still say if they can then play on your biological system in that way that they have no blame in that regards?
There are addictive elements in a lot of foods. So I agree to that. I definitely agree to that. But I think obviously with time, I'm not saying someone is going to overcome something, certain things like that in a month or 3 months. It's going to take time
Mhm.
for your body to adjust to certain things. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take a lot of different
Absolutely.
mental skills. It's mental. And the nothing in the body works in isolation. So there is the biological aspect. So you're talking physical, but the reality is physical and mental health are connected.
Mhm.
So when you start working up here and working those muscles and working that discipline and really getting into that, then you will overcome that. But if you believe you can't, then you won't. And you never will. That's just how I feel.
Mhm.
Again, it's going to take time, but I feel like you can overcome that. And I will say this too. God had a very number one role in my fitness journey because
Absolutely.
I literally prayed to God every single day to help me overcome that eating disorder and all the mental crap that I had in my head, the bad habits, the binging, losing my period, all those things. I literally prayed. So I believe by the grace of God, with the blood of Jesus, you can overcome anything and everything in life if you have full on faith in God and you fully believe in him, and he can help you overcome, binge eating habits. He can help you
Yeah.
overcome those addictive cereals and help you grow your finances so you can feed your children healthier food. I believe he can help y'all with everything. That's what I believe. So that's my answer. That's my answer.
Yeah, preacher harder on.
I'm being for real.
Absolutely. I right,
So that's my answer.
hands
Yeah,
down.
Pray.
don't call on me because I can't top that.
I was about to go. All right.
Yeah. If anything, I will tag on to that. Yeah, for real. No, straight up. Yeah, if you can't do it by yourself, man, you better turn to Jesus. Yeah,
That's why he's there, because we can't do it by ourselves.
Yeah.
That's why he
I'm
exists.
telling you. Yeah, well, it's kind of crazy too because like how you said, pray about it, and then
Mhm.
you got to catch a glimpse of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think firmly like you gotta like, all right, cool, but look, I'm gonna put down this bad addicting habit. Let me take a glimpse into the future of what my life will be without it. That joy, that peacefulness,
Yeah.
me going over here, me
Mhm.
training, me meeting the right perfect.
Mm.
This is everything's looking so perfect. Then you open your eyes, and then you'd be like, I need to make that happen. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
boom, that's just right there from the start. Because
Yeah.
something like even the piggyback off what G said, because like even once you start thinking that you can't do it, what's the key word? Think. It all starts up here. Once it starts up here, next thing you know, your body, your mind's telling your body that you can't do it, and you're not going to do it. But once you start rebuilding that mind process, a little different. So yeah, I'm gonna crush this addiction. You know what? I'm gonna smash that. You know
Mm.
what? Hell with them cigarettes. You know what? Hell with that alcohol. You know what? I'm just full on throttle on it. I'm just gonna
Mm.
overcome it. Right when you
Mm.
start telling yourself this, right
Mm.
before you even step out the door, this is the main reason why I wake up in the morning and then I always say I make joy my decision. Doesn't matter what life throws at me, anything
Oh
what
yeah.
happens, through the thick, thin, bad, terrible, whatever, I'm gonna find a positive out of it because it's not going to destroy my happiness and it's not going to destroy my joy. That's
Yeah.
one reason why I wake up saying that every day.
Mm.
Because you know what I mean? Doesn't matter what type of day you're gonna have, you know what the enemy's gonna throw at you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta be ready for it. You gotta be
Yeah.
ready for it.
Mhm.
That asshole behind you honking his horn.
Mhm.
Ugh. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? Thank you, Jesus, because I'm not gonna turn around and say what I want to say to this one. Let me just keep on moving. But yeah, nah, but it all starts up here first. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It starts in the mind, because if you start telling your mind some bad things, your body's gonna react to those bad things. You know what I mean? It's the circle of life. That's the way it goes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, yo, that's see, I love it. I love it, man. I love it. And that's why I ask these questions. Like I know. Look, Giselle started a fire in here. Like it just went from it just spread it. I was like, dang, like Giselle said that Lord. I was like, oh dang, like look.
Hey,
Yo.
you can even say it too, like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna wake up, instead of having, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the like McDonald's breakfast. I'm gonna wake
Mm-hmm.
up. I'm gonna have me a protein shake tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And right when you make that protein shake, all right, now cool. What instead of eating, you know what? You know, it's not that fast food.
Yeah.
Let's try Subway. Let's try
Mm-hmm.
Subway. You
Mm-hmm.
know, still something is not the greatest, but it's a better decision.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a better
Absolutely.
decision. And
Mm-hmm.
then right when you start making better decisions, it starts coming more easier and more easier. Then guess what happens? You build up consistency. And then guess what
Mm-hmm.
leads that after consistency? That famous discipline word.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, both of y'all, yeah, are exactly right. I have nothing to top that. Um, yeah, and then ultimately, like you said, it being a level of faith,
Hmm.
like you can't
And then
get,
you can sit back. Then you can sit back and observe. Then you can
yeah,
observe. Where did I almost slip up at?
yeah,
Oh, you know what? I almost made that right there. You know what? Before I
yeah,
go to bed,
exactly.
you know, what I mean, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna pray on that. You
Yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
what can I do better? Because at the end of the day, you got to wake up the following day, and you got to do better, be better than who you were the day before.
Exactly.
Because that's an everyday struggle. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that I'm crazy and over, how can you say it, when it comes to my calorie counting and stuff like that, you know.
Overzealous. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're like, man, bro, just take it easy. I only have one rule, and that's go fast and go full throttle. You know what I
Let's
mean?
go.
You
Yeah.
got to go all in on it. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be good at something, why don't you be great at it? You know. So
Facts. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man. So then, for the parents listening, Art, for the imperfect children listening, Giselle, um, um, what, what, um, what advice or hold on, my thing's loading. Sorry. All right. What habits can parents and children practice to help support their fitness journey? So, Giselle, if you want to hop back to that, what habits or practices can parents and or children put into place right now to develop those good fitness habits?
Back to the basics, back to that pyramid. Okay. So the grains, okay, that pyramid, the protein, the milk,
Mm-hmm.
healthy fats. Yes, art. Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it just goes back to the basics.
Mm-hmm.
We all have seen that pyramid. We've all seen that picture.
Yeah.
Start with that. Use that as a guide.
Mm-hmm.
Fruits and vegetables. We all know fruits and vegetables are good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Have more fruits and vegetables. Add that to your meals, add to your snacks, whatever. Water. Water is
Mm-hmm.
amazing for your body. Drink lots of water, as much water as you can. Even if you are still drinking soda or juice or whatever, just focus on adding water.
Yeah.
Stop trying to focus on subtracting, just add water
Mm-hmm.
to that. Of course, more protein as well.
Mm-hmm.
Children need everyone needs protein, whether
Mm-hmm.
you're 6 years old or 65, you need
Mm-hmm.
protein.
Yeah.
So just, more protein sources in the diet as well. Stuff like that. Sleep,
Yeah.
again, back to the basics, 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep. Try to get your sleep, helps a
Ooh, that's
lot,
good. That's
helps
good.
your
Yeah.
body's immune
Yeah.
system. I mean,
Mhm.
there's just so many benefits to proper sleep. Trying to think
Wow.
of another like basic thing, but just move your body, move your body in some way, shape, or form. Walking, hiking, running, I mean strength training, but just being active. Being
Mhm.
active and moving around
Mhm.
really helps your body a lot. It just goes back to the basics, really.
Mhm. Mhm. Back to the basics. You keep saying that. Back to the basics. Yeah. I love it.
Mhm.
I love it. That's dope. That's dope. Oh, this is dope. All right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say
Go
one
ahead.
more thing.
No, go ahead.
I just thought of it right now. Sorry, but another
No, you're
thing
good.
too, like for parents who have kids, they could put them in, physical activities.
But yeah.
They can put them in sports
Mm-hmm.
or swim team. I mean, just anything that's gonna have them move their body.
Absolutely.
And again, there's like when it comes to like overall wellness, it's about mental health too. So it's like, it's good for kids to learn how to communicate, build verbal skills, build those skills and just everything. So that's why like a lot of parents like to put kids in sports because they talk to other kids and they make conversation. I mean, just social skills, stuff like that. But I mean, overall, yeah, like put your kid into something. Or I don't know, just on the weekends, go to the park, like whenever you can, go to the park, like be outside. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That's good.
Mhm.
That's good. I love it. All right. We can close out with you, man. Any tips or advice you want to give young children or parents that can help them develop good fitness habits?
All boils down to really just the nutrition part right there. Like they say, you are what you eat.
Yeah.
Put some great things in front. You know what I mean? Focus, like how G said, on that table. That table goes pretty far, man. And the crazy thing about it is we're shown that table a long time ago.
Yeah. And never again. Yeah.
Yeah, and it really doesn't change either. And that's the key to success, man. Even becoming more active and then staying in their lives, becoming more involved and wanting to know what makes them happy.
Yeah.
Sports, keeping them active, like how G said, most definitely have to be keeping them active and being in their part of their lives and follow, listening what the kid wants.
Yeah.
Like that goes far. That
Yeah.
could go real far.
Yeah.
Like seriously, you never know. You know what I mean? As a parent, my fear was always that I never wanted my kid to grow up like me, and that was when, you know what I mean, when I was an alcoholic and stuff like that. That was my fear, and that was the main reason why, like how I broke that generation curse. You know what I mean? My kids will never see that again, and I'm hoping to be the greatest. You know what I mean? Role model they could be. Like, man, I want to be strong like my dad. I want to be fit like my dad. That's another reason what got me in my journey is because of my kids. I wanted to be a positive role model on them.
Wow.
But like, if I could say one thing, I would have wanted when I was a kid is that for my parents just to listen to what I had to say.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Good. Yeah.
Take initiative to your kids and ask them. What do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? Hey, get more involved.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, because if not, you're gonna have them lost. You don't want your kid lost, not knowing what to do, where to turn to.
Yeah.
Be that ear. Be that person like they could lean on to. Like, just becoming more closer. 'Cause that's something I wish I had.
Yeah, hey, I ain't about to sit here and cry. Nah, for real, because it hits. Y'all coming from it's coming from a broken home with someone that didn't have a father. I didn't have my father in my life, so I feel it, and we can go deeper than this, right? This can go deeper, man. We could go deep. I could have answered some of these questions. Obviously, I want y'all to, but yeah, I had some thoughts in my head as y'all were talking, and it's just like everything you said is amazing. And I think what really touched me, Art, is to see you as a father. We're looking at you as a father, man. Like I hear you and I hear what you're doing. I see you showing up to the calls. I see you showing up just online, even if you wasn't in a group. I see you posting. I see you interact. I see the effort. When you hopped on this call and told us about how you had your bit of a backslide with the alcohol and stuff. It takes a lot as a man, as a father, to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know how proud I would have been of my dad to hear him say. I don't know if your daughter and your children saw that, but I would have. You know how amazing that and proud that would have made me if I saw my father do that. Like it's like wow, but I think my father, to this day is probably still an addict. And so, it just, and then you made me, some of the things you said also made me think about things I don't want my children to take down. So these questions go deeper than just fitness. They go deeper than just fitness. Gee, too, like as parents, as our parents, there's things that we don't want to take from them. And then there's things that we don't want to pass down. Because we see what they have done. I talked to someone else about this just the other day. But this topic here, we may revisit this maybe with even other things more specifically in relation to fitness and maybe even mental health. But I love the responses, y'all. In closing, I just want to say this was a touching subject. This was a far deeper than what I thought it would be. And we could go even further, but for you, Art, as a parent, as a father, man, I have nothing but respect for you. Nothing but respect. I respect it. I admire it in so many different ways. You make me crave that. I wish I had that with my dad. And then for you, G, in terms of you and knowing who, the perfect child that you are and were. No, I'm fine. I'm gonna tease you. I'm gonna tease you.
Thank you. No, thank you.
No.
Thank you. No, thank you so much.
Mm.
I was. No, I was. Thank you.
No, but as the person that you are, as the strong-headed, well, very grounded person that you are and were as a child, to hear that those things are things you practice as a child as well, to see that instilled in you at a young age, that also makes me desire that in my daughters, to be honest. Like I see that and I'm like, man, I wish that my daughters will be like that and very strong-headed and this and that, and just seeing those different traits in you also is very admirable. So, man, the responses were great. This was a great topic.
Yeah, hey T. One thing I could also always say too.
Yeah.
One thing to touch up before we close out is that
Yeah.
it is never too late. Doesn't matter where you're at, even in your journey as a person. Doesn't matter, even from a father, even if you're not a father or a mother. Just even for somebody close to you, doesn't matter how old they are.
Yeah.
Always, express the good in somebody. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Tell somebody if you see somebody doing great, express it.
Mhm.
Like even if your kid is lost and you haven't even been in their kids' lives, still, what I mean, put in
Mhm.
that effort to make that work. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because it could go far. Doesn't
Mhm.
matter where you're at. Because like even when I even look at it too, like from yeah, I've been sober for 3 years, but that'll put my daughter at 9 years old. There's 9 years of her life that I wasn't a great father. You know what I mean? And then, but now I guarantee you, from here on out for the rest of my life, I'll always make that up. So it's never too late.
Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. I hope for TikTok, whoever may be jumping in on here, pray that they hear that. I pray that when I post this, whoever
Never
hears,
too late.
it's never too late. You never know who may see this, Art. So I'm so glad you said that. My dad may see this. You know what I'm saying? He could be following me and I don't even know. But like it's truly um the words that you express and the words G that you also express are truly admirable. And knowing both of you personally, on a personal level and the things you both have gone through, hearing these words mean a lot because of that. So I appreciate y'all. TikTok, I appreciate y'all as well as audiences. G, Art, thank y'all so much. We're bringing in the new year, and I think this topic right here, this conversation, just in general, was a great way to bring it in. So thank y'all so much. If y'all have anything else to say to the people on TikTok or on YouTube, we can close it out. Y'all good?
And always remember, y'all, let them gains be with you.
Let's go. I already do it. All right. I love it. I love it, man. Thank y'all so much. It was so good seeing y'all again on this new year. This is the first call coming back into the new year. I'm excited in terms of just to see the growth or whatever comes this way with what we have. But all in all, I thank y'all so much. None but love here. And until next time, let's do it. All right, guys. Y'all stay safe. Love y'all.
You too.
All right,
Bye.
y'all. Bye.
Bye, G. All right, too.
Bye.
All right, y'all.